The camera opens on a quiet suburban street at night. Streetlights flickering. Everything calm. Until a little animated cartoon boy in pajamas slowly turns toward the camera and whispers, "Mom." There's a man standing in my room, and he doesn't have a face. The screen cuts to black. Then we hear heavy breathing and footsteps running through a hallway, and the boy screams as the door slams shut. If you think this is just another scary cartoon, wait, because tonight's story is based on real events that happened to real families, only recreated in 3D horror cartoon style so you can see every chilling detail unfold. Before we go deeper, if you enjoy real-life horror stories told in cinematic cartoon style, make sure you hit like and subscribe right now to ShadowInk Horror, because we upload stories that will keep you awake at night, and your support helps the channel grow so we can bring you even darker stories every week. Now, lock your doors, dim the lights, and let's begin. A few years ago in Ohio, a young babysitter named Megan accepted what seemed like an easy weekend job. She was 19, studying animation, and she often babysat to pay her rent. The family she worked for lived in a quiet neighborhood. Perfect lawns, friendly neighbors, nothing suspicious. They had one child, 6-year-old Tommy, a cheerful kid who loved cartoons and dinosaurs. The parents were going out of town overnight, so Megan would stay in the house with Tommy until morning. That night, after dinner, Megan and Tommy watched cartoons in the living room. In our animated scene, Tommy laughs while colorful characters jump on screen. But outside the large windows, shadows move strangely, almost like someone is watching from the darkness. Megan notices Tommy keeps looking toward the hallway. She asks, "What's wrong, buddy?" Tommy shrugs and says, "The tall man comes when it's dark." Megan laughs, thinking it's just imagination. Kids make up things all the time. Around 9:30 p.m., Megan puts Tommy to bed. The hallway lights glow softly in the cartoon scene, and everything seems safe. She reads him a story, turns off the light, and closes the door halfway, just like his parents told her. An hour later, Megan is downstairs watching TV when she hears footsteps upstairs. Slow, heavy, like an adult walking. She assumes Tommy woke up, so she goes upstairs. But when she opens his door, Tommy is asleep. The room is quiet. No one else is there. She shrugs it off, thinking old houses make strange sounds. But when she turns to leave, Tommy suddenly whispers in his sleep, "He's behind you." Megan freezes. She slowly turns around. Nothing. Her heart races, but she tells herself she's just scaring herself. She goes back downstairs, locking the doors just to feel safer. Around midnight, the power suddenly flickers. In the cartoon scene, lights blink on and off, shadows stretching across walls in unnatural ways. Megan checks her phone. No storm outside, no reason for power issues. Then she hears something drop upstairs. A loud crash. She grabs her phone and slowly climbs the stairs again. Each step creaks loudly. She pushes Tommy's door open. His toy shelf is knocked over. Toys scattered everywhere. Tommy sits upright in bed, eyes wide open. "He was here," Tommy whispers. Megan feels cold all over. She asks, "Who?" Tommy points to the closet. Megan walks over, every step heavy, and opens it. Empty. Just clothes hanging. She cleans up the toys, calms Tommy, and puts him back to sleep. But now her nerves are shot. She locks Tommy's door and goes back downstairs, texting her friend about how creepy the night feels. At 1:47 a.m., Megan hears slow footsteps again. But this time they are not upstairs. They are in the hallway outside the living room. Her breath stops. Someone is inside the house. In the cartoon scene, the hallway stretches long and dark, and a shadow moves across the wall. Megan quietly grabs a kitchen knife, her hands shaking. She whispers, "Hello?" No answer. She steps into the hallway. The back door is slightly open. Cold air blows in. She remembers locking it. Her heart pounds as she shuts and locks the door again. Maybe the wind opened it, she tells herself. Maybe. Then she hears Tommy scream upstairs. Megan runs. She bursts into his room. Tommy is crying, pointing at the window. The window is open. Curtains blowing, and muddy footprints lead from the window to the hallway. Someone really was inside. Megan grabs Tommy, locks them in the bathroom, and calls 911. While waiting, Tommy whispers something that chills her completely. He said he'd come back when you sleep. Police arrive within minutes, searching the house and neighborhood, but they find nothing. No intruder. No suspect. Just footprints that disappear outside. The parents rush home, horrified. They thank Megan, and police increase patrols around the area, but the story doesn't end there. Weeks later, Megan receives a call from Tommy's mother. Another babysitter quit after seeing someone standing in the hallway at night. And Tommy still talks about the tall man. Our story then shifts to another real case recreated in cartoon style. A family moves into a new home in Colorado, excited for a fresh start. Their daughter Lily, age 7, starts talking about a cartoon man living in her closet. At first, parents think it's imagination, but Lily draws pictures. Always the same figure. Tall, long arms, no face. At night, Lily's toys move on their own. Doors open. Footsteps. Echo. One night, security cameras capture Lily walking into the hallway at 3 a.m., talking to someone invisible. Police later discover a former tenant had broken into the house months earlier and secretly lived in the attic crawlspace for weeks before disappearing. No one knows where he went. The creepy cartoon scenes replay Lily walking under dim light, while a hidden figure watches from vents above. Stories like these feel unreal, but they happen more often than people think. Many so-called imaginary friends or monsters kids talk about sometimes come from real fears or real encounters adults never notice. Back in Megan's case, she never babysat again after that night. Years later, she shared her experience online, saying she still wakes up sometimes thinking she hears footsteps in empty rooms. And Tommy, his family moved away. But neighbors say sometimes, late at night, they still see a tall shadow standing near the old house. Now, here's something to think about before we end tonight's story. Many kids see things adults ignore, and sometimes, houses remember what happened inside them. So tonight, when you turn off the lights and your hallway feels darker than usual, ask yourself, are you really alone? If you enjoyed this animated real-life horror story, comment below and tell me what part scared you the most. And have you or someone you know ever experienced something like this? Your stories might be featured in a future ShadowInk Horror episode. Also, share this video with friends who love scary stories, because watching alone is never as fun as scaring your friends too. Sleep carefully tonight. And remember, some stories don't end when the video does.